Hello,
Hi, is this Jenica?
this is she.
Hey, Jenica, how are you? My name is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
Hey, Jenica.
um,
You, you're obviously familiar with the show.
no.
No, you're not. It sounded like you were.
Sounded like we were all friends.
Yeah, no, I don't know who you people are.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
you're just an easy one to please,
Yeah.
apparently. Yeah.
anytime you get a call from somebody you don't recognize, you kind of laugh and are like, "Oh, hey, you! Thanks for calling."
I bet it's genius. That's got to throw telemarketers off.
All right. Well, Jenica, it's a radio show. It's called Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, I'm calling you today because we do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. So, a dude named Brett emailed in about you.
Oh, okay.
You got a few minutes to tell us about your date with Brett and maybe why you don't want to call him back?
Oh God, this is weird. Okay, I just didn't like him. I don't know what his deal was. I'm just not interested.
Is there a reason, though? Did he do something strange?
I mean, this is strange. I mean, everything about this and the date was a little strange.
Was it awkward right from the beginning, or did he work into awkward for you?
It wasn't awkward at the beginning, but what was weird was that he got up to go to the bathroom, and he was in there for like 10 minutes. So that was a little weird, and I kept looking over at the bathroom to see, when he was going to come back. And when he finally came out of the bathroom, I noticed that he came out of the women's room. Yeah, and so...
Wait, was it like one of those restaurants where they're like trying to be cutesy and they're naming the women's and men's like different things? And
No, it was definitely labeled men and women.
Oh,
definitely.
okay,
Yeah,
straightforward.
no, nothing kitschy. No.
Okay.
Did he address why he was using the ladies' room instead of the men's room?
No, he didn't say anything, and I didn't say anything. I figured probably was an accident. I was going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then, like 10 minutes later, he excused himself to go to the bathroom again, and I was like, okay. So I watched him go to see which bathroom he went in, and he looked around all shadily, and then went in the women's room again.
Whoa!
Really?
Wow.
Like a
Yeah.
double women's room visit. So that doesn't mean it was an accident.
Yeah, and the fact that he was kind of sketchily looking around before he went into the women's room made it extra creepy.
But is it creepy? Or, I mean, was it a single stall or were we talking a multi-stall bathroom? Because if it's a single stall, I don't know that it's creepy.
Oh, it was a multi-stall bathroom.
Okay. That is
Okay.
weird.
I'm shocked that nobody walked in on him and caught him in there. He's either lucky or unfortunate. I don't know, depending on what he was going for.
That's a very good point, Jenica.
We talked to him about your date, and he didn't mention that.
So I was texting my friend about it, being like, oh my God, this guy that I'm on a date with just went in the women's room twice. And while I was mid-texting her, he had come back, and he scared me. He grabbed me and was like, it's me, surprise.
Oh, my God.
Sounds like a fun date to me.
Yeah.
Wow!
Yeah. So I don't know. He was just giving me serial killer vibes. I don't know.
Okay.
Who goes in the women's room and then comes out and scares her date? That's super weird.
Well,
He did tell us that, you hugged him at the end, though.
Well, I mean, he paid for dinner. I felt like it was the least I could do.
yeah, and you just want to get out of there as quickly as possible. So it's yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I'll hug you real quick, and then I'll never talk to you again.
Yeah. If you guys had talked to him, I don't know. I'd proceed with caution because
Yeah.
he seems like kind of a creep.
Well, we did talk to him, and also he's listening on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Hey, Jenica.
Oh my God.
Jenica, I know it sounds weird, but I can totally explain this.
Okay, really? Tell me.
It's actually not a weird thing. I know, several other people who do this.
See, I don't know anybody who does that, and there are plenty of males in my life. I feel like somebody would have said this along the way. I don't know how you know hordes of people that do this.
Not to mention, Jenica, I mean, you're a woman, I'm a woman, and I've never run into men in our restroom.
Right.
Well, let me just be clear. I always make sure to look to make sure that, there's not anyone in the restroom, and that's why I was looking around, because if there was, I would have definitely not used the women's restroom.
Okay.
How do you stop someone from walking in?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, if someone would have walked in, I would have left immediately.
Well, that can really
No.
ruin things when you're going to the bathroom. Why do you do this, Brett?
Women's restrooms are so much nicer than men's restrooms. They smell better. They are often bigger. Sometimes there's a couch in there.
Ooh,
There's-
really?
Yeah, but if you're a
Like-
dude hanging out in the women's bathroom couch, that's not good.
No. I'm not hanging out. I'm just trying to paint you a picture of like how nice they are in comparison to like the hellhole that is the men's room, where it's like cleaned, twice a year, and there's like pee everywhere, and they stink.
So
And
shouldn't your mission
so
be
I
to
really
like
recommend. No, but seriously, I really recommend that like guys out there try this out. Because
stay away from our bathrooms, Brett? And here's the thing: make your mission like I don't know, banding together with your bros to make your own restroom cleaner.
You know what? I just think he's making this up. I think that I caught him doing something weird, and he's just making up this whole thing to make it seem like it's
No.
normal that he uses the women's dress room.
No. I'm not making this up. This is something that I do, and I don't think it's that weird. I bet you know people in your life who do this too, and there's so much shame around it. Clearly.
There's so much shame about using the wrong bathroom.
This is just getting weirder and weirder.
Okay, but Jenica, look, I'm not some creep who just like hangs out inside of women's restrooms. I'm a normal guy who uses them on occasion, and that's what I was doing that evening. And I'm sorry you got the wrong impression, but I thought we had a really good time and really good conversation, and I would love to get the chance to see you again.
Maybe I could look past the women's restroom thing, but then you came out and scared me, and I was like, this was just extra super weird.
Okay, I can explain that too.
Oh, a lot of
like,
explaining.
Be angry at this blog that I read that told me to do that. Don't be mad at me. I mean, be angry at the internet. Don't be mad at me.
Wait. You read a blog that told you to scare your date?
No. It said that initiating physical contact on the first date is a good step.
Oh my god.
And so
Yeah,
that's
but
why-
you do that naturally, not by scaring someone. Like, we're not 12. This is Halloween.
I know that now, and it's easier said than done. Like to be natural. I mean, I wanted to like maybe touch your hands when they were on the table, or like maybe like just touch feet under the table or something. But like I was worried about that those would be too creepy. So like it's not easy to be a guy dating nowadays.
Yeah, it's
No.
really difficult,
It is-
when you're using women's restrooms and trying to touch your date in weird ways.
This is way harder for Jenica. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like date 2, he's going to be like sniffing my hair and collecting it and making a hair doll or something.
No.
Yeah.
That is so unfair. I would totally not do that. I mean, unless a blog told me that, and then I would probably try it. I mean, no.
Oh my
No.
God.
That was a joke.
Okay, I was just trying to joke about the situation,
Bad
Jenica.
timing.
Jenica, would you like to go out with Brett on a second date? We will pay for it.
Listen, I don't want to leave the second date in a body bag. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Oh.
My girl dar is saying no, unsafe situation. I'm all set.
Yeah, good job, Jenica.
Brett, I'm sorry that you didn't get a second date. Did you at least learn anything from this?
Yeah, I did learn something. Next time when I go on a date, I'm going to have to use the women's restroom at the restaurant next door.
No,
Yeah,
stay
you're
out
right.
of our bathroom, Brett.